Hi, quick disclaimer before we start. I suck with Swain. I'm not a Swain main, so take all I say with a grain of salt. Really. Now, before we start with this kit, I wanted to talk about his lore for a bit, because it's really good. In short, Jericho Swain, a Noxian general, was sent by Borom Darkwill, the current tyrant of Noxus, on a mission to Ionia. The deranged tyrant, going dying on the battlefield, sent them into a fight they had no chance of evil, strangling Noxus from the inside, of a ray, having retreated and being cast out of the military, having retreated and being cast out of the way to the demonic powers. Jericho appeared, then divided sword by its demonic powers, make sure the Emperor doesn't become a puppet, and then he got attacked by wild boars, which is why now he has to collect 100 soul fragments to combine them into one soul to save his sick 10-year-old son. See, Darkmane was right, except he mixed up the names, but you can't fault him for that. Both Sana and Swain start with S, they're old men and have white or grey hair. Speaking of, Swain can gain soul fragments in 3 ways. First, dead enemy champions leave a fragment behind them on their death that lasts for 16 seconds. Swain can also right-click an immobilized enemy to rip out a fragment, pulling them towards him and dealing some damage. The pull has a 10-second cooldown. Now you're thinking, okay, that was 2 ways, but what about the third one? And to that, I tell you to shut up and watch the video, you miserable fucking ass clown. Collecting a soul fragment heals you and increases your max health permanently. You want to catch as many fragments as possible because not only do they make you tankier, they'll also come in handy later on. Yoink. Swain's Q, Death's Hand, shotguns out 5 evil beams of evil from his, well, hand. They pass through minions but not champions, and their damage can stack when hit with multiple bolts. Its cooldown goes down a lot, so max it first, it will become your bread and butter damage ability in fights. This ability's name is False Advertising. It's a demon's hand, not Death's Hand. That would be Kindred's hands. Pause? Swain's W, Vision of Empire, is the third way of getting soul fragments. See, that wasn't so hard to wait for now, was it? When cast, it releases a demonic eye at a target location, which explodes after 1.5 seconds. When it hits enemies, it deals some nice damage to them, slows them, and reveals them until Shrek 5 is released. You get a soul fragment for every champion hit with it. Due to the long cast time, it's best not to try to directly damage the enemy with it. Instead, you can zone them with it. Make the enemy walk out of your W into your E or Q, or into your team's abilities. Bonk. Alternatively, use it for vision or to stop recalls. Grab's E, Never Move, is misleading as well. It's the only hard CC in his kit, and the route lasts barely 1.5 seconds. Alright, first things first, it's a slow projectile that deals damage on the way out. On hitting an enemy on the way back, it explodes, rooting everything it hits in a medium area. It's your main fight starter and only hard CC, so use it wisely. Trying to hit it when the enemy is close to you might prove to be a challenge, but if the enemy gets hit with it, they're the one challenged. Swain's ult makes him more big, less red, and more angry at his surroundings. He just kind of summons wings on him and takes flight. I don't know why either. When activated, he gains flat bonus health and doubles the health he's gained from soul fragments for up to 12 seconds. He starts draining health from everyone around him, just like a child. When he decides to retire, he blasts the area around himself and ends the ult. The damage of the blast increases with the amount of health sucked, so it's better to keep it as a finisher and recast it once the fight is turning in your favor. This ability makes you a strong and sustained heavy team fighter and a threat when backed up by your team. I don't get this. It says here demon, demonic, demon, demonic, but his Q is called Death's Hand. Rito, consistency, come on. In lane, whether that be Swain support or Swain mid, you play like a regular mage. Be wary of enemies that can jump you. Poke them down with a quick electrocute combo whenever you hit your E. Keep your enemies at range so you can hit your E more easily, but don't be afraid to shotgun blast them if they try to get under your coat. Once you hit 6, you're a big threat from up close, especially with enemy minions nearby to heal you. Punish enemy oversteps and roam around the map for skirmishes. Swain is strongest when he has a team he can rely on, so try not only to get yourself fed, but your ADC, jungler or mid laner too. Swain isn't an early game champion. He starts dealing damage around mid to late game. That doesn't mean he's useless before that though. His E is a very strong catching tool with his passive, so if you manage to get some good picks early and get ahead, the game is highly in your favor. Getting behind might sting a bit, but Swain has a couple of tools to stop bleeding early. Starting the lane, get a Spell Thieves and build Leandris first, then get a Zhonya's. Leandry helps you out with damage over time from your ult and hides the pain on your face, and Zhonya's helps you survive in a teamfight once you start it, since it doesn't stop the damage or the healing. Then get Morelos or Azakana's Embrace, depending on the healing of the enemy team. Then take anything you can see here. For runes, take Electrocute for quick burst in lane, then get Cheap Shot because you can proc it anytime you use your E, and Eyeball Collection for better scaling. Bolt Hunter is a good idea for more uptime, or Ravenous Hunter to amplify your healing, up to preference. Secondary runes are Inspiration. Get a Commencing Stopwatch for your Zhonya's and then take Cookies or Futures Market, depending on the enemy comp, and... Wow! I never realized how similar Swain was to Fiddlesticks. I guess they do both have demonic powers. In conclusion, when he's nearby, you get the Flock, but if you get close to him, you get the Glock. Now it's time for clips, but please stick around till the end, I have something to say.
No ja właśnie myślałem, że Zrael będzie mi uciekał, to wziąłem czerwonego skina, bo szybki.
To jak zacząłem skąd, to raczej od kuraków nie zacznę.
To zacznie od Reda.
No, taki mądry.
Baw się tam dobrze, my zaczniemy od ich blue.
Boże. O Boże, ile nie
Ale
wiem,
słaby ten red, nic mi nie bije. Dobra, dzięki,
Może.
możesz jakiś czajnik.
Mogę.
Nie chcę tego smajtować. Dobra.
Kurde, zaświeciłbym
Nexta nie
masterką,
gram,
gdybym miał.
od razu mówię.
Okej.
Serafin, chcesz usłyszeć enemy double kill? Uhuhu.
O, tak.
Kurde, ale mi kile kradniesz, nie wierzę.
Ty robisz content, ja robię itemy.
Mhm, Ezreal, podejdź
dobrze
bliżej.
się spisałem.
Dziękujemy za kooperację. Dobry gank, Eko.
Cały czas mam... Grę chcecie kończyć.
Patrzcie!
O, biedny Darius. Oj.
Oj,
O,
Oj
jednak
biedny Daniel!
Oj, biedny enemy team.
Biedny Daniel, nie panowie?
I no nie kończcie tego jeszcze, ja bym jeszcze Barona wziął, Smoka, ja też mam marzenia jako dżungler, ej.
Ej, czego ja mam tutaj najwięcej killi? I to jak bardzo, what?
Support to jest support.
Support.
Support minion roll.
Już nawet nie mam. Czekaj, muszę to naprawić. Chodź tu Irelia, minionie ty.
nawet jak gram ID carry, to jestem supportem.
Apulios, okej.
Po obejrzeniu filmiku od jakiegoś takiego znanego youtubera, to się nauczyłem, jak się gra Apuriosem i chciałem teraz spróbować.
Okej.
Jeszcze ze 2 śmierci i może dobiję do 10 milionów.
4 klipy.
Mam 10, udało się. Mamy to.
No, jak ja się cieszę, że ty nie wziąłeś kula na pierwszy.
Następnym razem idź na bidę, ja już nie chcę być ID carry. Uwaga, kamera na mnie, będę robił big praise.
No dobra, dawaj.
Dawaj,
Kamera jest na tobie.
Trochę za daleko. Spłoszę iść.
jakby.
Dawaj. Go get 'em.
Idę na bitkę.
O Boże święty. Czego?
Big place.
Shit poison.
No cóż.
Siema Sylwia.
Siema Sylwia.
Grasz z nami Nexta w League of Legends?
Nie gram Nexta w League of Legends.
Oj, szkoda.
Już grałam dzisiaj w ligę, mam dość. Ale
Boże
gówniana
święty.
gierka.
Prawda.
Spokojnie.
Jestem spokojna.
Właśnie za bardzo.
Aż za bardzo.
Just to close up this video, thank you so much for watching my videos. Since this is the last one this year, here's a picture of the state of my channel right now. I'm curious to see how much I'll grow. Maybe I'll have 1000 subscribers at the end of 21. Maybe 10,000. I don't know. I'll leave another pinned comment asking a few more questions to you guys because I want to make videos that you want to see. Happy holidays, happy new year, and see ya in a week. Bye bye.